absolutely nasty.
Oh, yeah, that thing is going to be swinging for the fences. You can see so much damage get built up. Even on the Ulgrim in the last game, Blaze was really keeping that axe warm, just building up damage for days onto the opponents.
This may come down to just who can play hammer better by the end of it, because, I mean, everybody has a hammer in this game.
Yeah.
Even Acno has a hammer here. Goes for the GC side signature to get back on the stage. Blaze follows up, and then Acno follows up off of that. Simple taking the most damage out of anybody in the game. I swear I say that multiple times.
We say that every game.
Simple set, man.
We say it every game, and yet Simple just does such a good job of extending those stocks. We'll be like, oh yeah, Simple's the first one in the red, and then we'll check back in 3 minutes later, and he's like, oh, he's still in the red. He does such a good job keeping the stock alive. Right side, Simple trying to rotate over, keep some pressure out there so Hysen can get back to that stage. Down sig connects, Acno gonna get bounced off the stage, and Blaze hits the side air for the first stock.
Yeah, the first KO is gonna be on the red team, and I think we've seen this narrative play out several times in the terms of Acno and Blaze, Hysen, Simple in the winners finals. Hysen and Simple a few times just end up winning that out, sending Acno and Blaze down into the losers. They make it back into grands and then just do work. We've seen Acno and Blaze reset the bracket on Simple and Hysen several times now.
I mean, you said it earlier when we were getting into the winners final that there's a very real possibility that we see 15 games between these two teams, and we've already seen 4 of them play out, so we can't quite get to that 15, but there's a real possibility Acno and Blaze reset here and then go into a second best of 5 coming from that loser side. Oh, the interrupt. Acno had the stomp, but Blaze was just looking for the damage.
Now, Simple did say he was feeling really good about this year, but it was specifically in ones. We'll see how confident he plays throughout the rest of this game and further. You saw Acno. He was looking for the edge guard there, trying to dip down below. Didn't even have to do anything there. The stomp side air sent Simple really far away. Gets through that long active frame signature. Neutral sig comes out, knocked out Hysen, and now he's knocked out Simple. Acno and Blaze have a solid lead here.
It's interesting to see that neutral signature be used on stage and lead to knockouts. Like, historically, that was just a tool that they saved if they're off stage. Thors would just be like, all right, I'm off stage, GCN sig to get back to the stage because it's got so much movement in it. Really cool to see it be used for the damage.
Man, the follow-ups here from Acno and Blaze are looking so good. They're playing very well together as a team. D-Light side air.
DI! DI
that was
down
insane.
Off the double side air, but unfortunately that was the wrong direction to go. I think if he DI'd up, would have been a little bit better because you have more time to float back to the stage. But either way, Acno going to be joining everyone else in the final stocks.
He could have been worried about getting juggled and didn't expect either red team member to chase down below. So him DIing there, I just didn't even see that coming.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like he was just holding down and didn't expect to get hit there. And he's like, oh, I just DI'd down on accident.
Simple finding some damage here, but now he's in the red. Hysen in the red as well. Acno getting there, getting juggled a little bit here. Hysen dips over to the wall. Red team finding damage on the blue team, but all it's going to take is like one KO move hit and they're done. Oh, and down there, even from all the way down there. Oh, the side signature.
Oh, and Blaze with the stomp side air will secure game number 1, but the stocks were flying. If we rewind just a moment, Acno had a fantastic stutter before he went down there for the scoop onto Hysen, and that's one of the reasons that he was able to get that knockout, but really well done on all sides to take it down to the final stocks.
And this was something that Faison pointed out when he was streaming with Cody Travis, that so you can get mad at him for this and not me.
It's his fault, his info.
He was saying that, like, of course, Acno is a very good 2v2 player, but Blaze kind of carries their team. Like, obviously, Acno wins in ones, but that Blaze is kind of the carry for their team, that he is one of the, if not the best axe players in the world. And last game, if you look at that, I would say that holds true. Blaze put out like 717 damage that game. He did so much work with this Taros.
Well, I mean, I believe it. Blaze has an insane axe game, and like we didn't even see that much of the hammer except for to secure some knockouts with like a stomp side air. But other than, oh my gosh, the reset, Acno in trouble. Blaze is in position, and Acno has the movement to get back safely, but the damage has been done.
Also, anything Faison says is just true.
He is a doctor, all right? He has a doctor.
Very, very true.
Nice follow-up from Acno, but the recovery and the red team going to get that stock advantage.
They put so much pressure onto Acno and did get the stock, but Blaze is sitting here living. And if you're looking at who did the most damage last game, maybe putting all your work into Acno is not going to have quite as high of an ROI as if you put everything into taking out Blaze.
Yeah, they're just going for the short sale. Trying to get those dividends. Okay, both blue team members get launched. Acno again going for the the unarmed down heavy, just that disco. Blaze can't get the follow-up nair, doesn't need it though. Stock count gonna get evened up, but man, look at Acno's health. He's already starting to bleed out on the second stock.
There's the recovery. Does Simple have anything left? No, he doesn't. Even got a little bit of a rotation over. That was kind of an early spot dodge coming out from Hysen. I'm surprised he made it through that ground pound from Blaze. Turned around. Acno's on his final stock, ladies and gentlemen.
Stock count is mathematically even. There's 4 stocks to 4, but all of the stocks are still on Blaze, whereas there's only 1 left on Acno. Blaze gonna fall. Stock count goes in favor of the red team.
Acno forced onto his last stock here. You see him kind of playing like he's on his last stock as well. He's playing far away from everyone. Nice dare recovery into the nair from Simple. Beautiful 3 hits there. Blaze is going to have to put out maybe even more damage than he did last game. Look, Acno's just kind of chilling over on the left side, but they're not putting too much pressure onto Blaze yet. And, I mean, I kind of don't blame them. If you go try and fight Blaze, you have to go try and fight Blaze. And I'm kind of not about that.
It's like, all right, we're just putting Blaze in the 1v2 a little bit earlier than normal. And there's also that potential for Acno to make that rotation over and help interrupt some stuff. Heard the neutral sig come out, but Acno did not find it. Does find the recovery for the hit onto Hysen. Still not enough. Side sig connects onto Blaze, and Acno hits a side sig of his own to put Simple down to his final stock.
Now you saw that signature come out from Acno there. Simple has punished that like 2 times before when he threw it, so his hit rate with that signature is not so great, but he did find it there. Nobody was in the position. Oh, what is going on? That looked like a disconnect that happened at the worst possible time. Not necessarily a disconnect, but something happened to where it seemed like he just held left and fell.
Cat jumped on the keyboard, just unfortunate timing, but Blaze now has to do the 1v2. Simple gonna try to get this down to final stock, so Blaze doesn't have a lot of health to play with. Team combo potential from the red team. They might do that combo that you were talking about. Just 1 neutralite to set it up.
They gotta do it. They gotta do it.
Just gonna go for the downlight recovery. Okay.
They gotta do it. Nah, they're gonna switch to hammer. No, going back to sword. They gotta do it. I called it out. They gotta do it.
Yeah, they can't let you be unproven.
They would make me look so smart if I called out a specific 2v2 team combo.
Genius.
That would be very cool and brave and strong for them to do.
Yeah, sure.
Blaze playing around this though.
There it is.
They did it! They did it!
Just for you, Sparky. Just for you. They did it. Blaze gets denied the weapons, and now they're just playing the denial game. Blaze getting caught, gets the weapon toss, hits an unarmed haymaker, but it's not going to do much. All right, he split the red team. Opportunity here. He has the axe, the comfort weapon of Blaze.
Dang, I called that like 5 hours ahead of time. I'm a genius. D-Sig from Hysen, and Simple and Hysen take that game. Bro, he did do more damage that game. He did 720.
Well, he had more time to do more damage, but unfortunately was not enough damage to earn that Game 2 victory, and we are going to be going to Game 3. I do believe I see an Iron Legion Taros on Acno. It's the double Taros to go up against the double Bodvar.
If someone out there can go back to the pre-show, get the clip of me calling that out, and then smash that right up against them just doing the combo, and tweet that to me at Who is Sparky, that would be great.
Make sure you leave about a minute of Sparky begging for it to happen
No, we don't need to put all of it, right? Just the relevant content. That's all you need. As long as you have the relevant context, that's really all you need. You don't have to do the whole thing. It's just wasting more of your time. But Acno swapping over to the Taros, I love to see it. A double Taros, absolutely every day I'm down for.
Oh my god, it hits so hard. You're seeing the chunks go flying off of this red team. Hysen already out of there. Acno with the fadeaway side air, second side air. Simple gonna be joining him in the second stock club.
It's just like there's no downside to it.
Oh my god.
Any like low stats that come out from playing Taros kind of don't matter.
Oh my god, Acno is dominating. We're less than a minute into this one, and Acno has gotten 3 stocks off of this red team. The follow-ups are on point.
So I'm thinking if you're red team here, you just kind of wash your hands of this and then move on to the next game. That's something that in Melee, Zane does really, really well. He doesn't tie his confidence to actually how he performs in the game. He finds self-worth beyond that, so a loss for Zane doesn't matter. I'm hoping that Simple and Hysen can do that here.
All right, they finally get a stock off the blue team, denying the 6 stock, denying the 5 stock as well. But man, Taylor Swift's Shake It Off has got to be playing right now for Hysen and Simple, because they have 1 stock to the 4, and this game 3 is looking like it's going to go the way of Acno and Blaze. Acno.
I don't know if was he doing it again?
Yeah, you saw him like wiggle at the end of it, like shaking out the fact that he was like just wandering to the other side of the map.
Maybe he did it for the fans. Maybe he was like, gotcha. He did get me. he did. I probably look so stupid. You could see my face.
You look so smart for a moment when you called out the team combo. Now you so much egg on your face. Ooh, nice spot dodge between the 2 hitboxes from the blue team. Simple, honestly, he's really trying here. It's not like he's just completely giving away the stock and it's like, all right, let's just go to game 4. But the stomp sider, Acno, taking 5 of the 6 stocks off of the red team. And we are going to be going to game number 4.
Hysen did 110 damage that game. He was a non-issue. He was taken out so quickly, removed from the game. Now I'm wondering, because Simple was playing that end game, that 1v2 well, but I don't know how much of that is because of Simple playing well or of Acno and Blaze literally not caring because they were so much in the lead.
I mean, they definitely had a lot of room to just start goofing around a little bit, maybe walking off the stage. But here we are in game number 4. Acno and Blaze 1 game away from getting that reset, earning a second best of 5. Can the double Taros do it? As Hysen and Simple, all they have to do is win 2 more games, and they are going to be crowned the winter champions, dethroning Acno and Blaze and upsetting their win streak.
Simple's doing a fantastic job going against Acno here. Acno is the one taking most damage in this game so far, where it was Simple before. So this 1 game adjustment, like, it might not extend throughout this entire game, but we're already seeing in the beginning of this the adjustment to the double Taros pick.
Yeah, a nice just kind of mental shift for the red team to completely not get demoralized by that explosive start from the blue team in game number 3. Stompsider does pick up both red team members, no stocks just yet, and there's Blaze with the recovery at the top of the map. Hysen finds a side sig onto Acno, keeping this one close.
Man, he got around that D-sig from Blaze too. That was great movement coming out from him. Simple, now back in the game, has a weapon spawn, but Hysen's going to take out Blaze. Lead is for Hysen and Simple here.
Yeah, Hysen doing really good for the team, keeping the stock advantage, gets scooped up, but look at how healthy he is considering that scoop did not lead to a knockout.
Ooh, Simple's put out a lot of work on Acno. Just turned him orange here. Simple has to play this carefully. Not too much pressure from the blue team. Hysen's going to respawn. Acno throws his weapon away, just barely scroinks it from out beneath Hysen. Hysen without a weapon here. There is a spawn on the field. Hysen moving over towards it. Scroinked again.
The technical term, indeed, but Acno gets back into it. Nice follow-up from Blaze. Simple with the immediate downlight side air, and Blaze might have to start preparing for the 1v2. What a turnaround. The last game was so explosive for the blue team, and it's the red team in the lead for game number 4.
I'm definitely not counting out blue yet, because look at what Blaze is doing to Simple right now. They've added up damage so quickly. That down air sent Hysen so far. Kind of worth.
Yeah,
that put some damage out onto his teammate as well. Pretty even going into this game. Red team's a little bit ahead. Like, Hysen's a little bit more damage, but Simple is significantly less damage than Acno is.
Oh, Acno. Good dodge through. Hysen gonna get taken out.
I was so scared of Acno's hammer on the edge just now. Oh my goodness.
Yo, but this is still doable for the red team. Acno in the orange, already just running off the map again, and Blaze in the red, gonna get caught by the teammate. Nice follow-up from Simple. Needs 1 more hit, but it's gonna be a recovery, which means Acno has plenty of time to get back. Hysen with the recoveries. They want this knockout onto Acno. Blaze gonna take advantage, go for some swings, but the recovery from Simple and the side air from Simple will give them the 2v1.
If Blaze can win this 1v2, that will give them the reset here, and we will have more sets. History will repeat itself.
Juggle.
Yet again, Hysen's going to juggle those weapons, denying them from Blaze. That one actually Blaze can get to in time. Spawns right near him, and he's able to grab that hammer.
Yeah, so a little bit of a technical thing there is if your teammate's juggling the weapons, no weapons will spawn, which is one of the reasons why Hysen juggling there was so rough. You saw Blaze start to move forward, which is why Hysen was like, all right, I'm going to have to back off a little bit. I don't want to let you get a free hit because I'm just sitting here juggling weapons.
Got him in the orange weapon spawn over on the left side. Simple puts pressure on a Blaze so Hysen can grab a weapon. Hysen's so damaged, but so is Blaze. This is such a scary 1v2.
Avoids the hit, avoids the nair. Blaze burns a recovery there. Neither nair from the red team connects. Blaze not finding many hits here, though. Just a dare. Ooh, 2 recoveries. He DIs left. The DIs for days. Blaze, the recovery gets eaten by the weapon toss, but he's still living for a moment.
It's crazy how quick BH pros are at recognizing a DI opportunity. They take it. Gonna tie up the set here in Grand Finals. 2-2.
And now, Game 5 opportunity. Will we see the reset or will we see the denial from Simple and Hysen? Can they get the upset, stop the 9-game win streak that Acno and Blaze are on, and maybe start their own for the 2021 season of Brawlhalla Esports? This is going to be a big game.
So I'm wondering when these Terroses have been mostly practiced, because I'm looking at a level 30 from Acno and a level 38 from Blaze. That's going to be kind of on the lower end. So is this a recent practice that they've really just only built up between the end of last season and the beginning of this season? Or is this a character that they maybe had like a level 15 on, a level 20, and then they were like, yo, we're going to play double Terros, and we're going to practice that a little bit right before Winter Championship, because it's a no-brainer pick. You need to have a Terros.
I think it's just a very pocket pick. Like, they both have fantastic axes. We've seen them on all sorts of axe legends. We've seen Acno on the Bodvar do very well as well. So it's just kind of like, all right, we have a lot of things that translate straight into the Terros, so we don't have to put too much time directly on the legend himself. As a big side tick from Acno, and things are looking good for the reset.
And that was sort of the big opener that they were hitting in not the last game but
3.
The one before that. The game before that, where they started the huge side sync for the KOs early on that gave them a gigantic lead that they just held onto and absolutely stomped with.
Yeah, this is looking massive. Axe swings on all sides, chopping up this red team again. Sidelight Nair puts Simple off stage. Blaze trying to dare his way down, and Hysen's actually getting the better in this juggle. But still the advantage. The side sync connects onto Acno. And meanwhile, the team combo leads to the knockout onto Blaze. Doesn't go for the side air, but the downlight recovery and the stock counts evened up.
Even with the dodge, that neutral signature, that big bear came through with all those active frames. Hysen and Simple in the orange, so they're going to have to start doing some work and not get hit by either the hammer or the axe. Basically anything from Blaze and Acno. Get hit. You're seeing instincts come out, and you know, as a Terros player, anytime you hit that near the edge, even if they're yellow, there's a good chance you're getting a knockout.
Yeah, definitely a lot of knockout opportunities. You see Acno throw out that gravity cancel side signature. Knows how much force can be behind that with how damaged these red team members are. Goes for gravity cancel. Down sig, Simple, able to avoid it. Blaze with that rotate to help punish the punish attempt.
I can't believe Simple was inside that D-Sig. He must have been so close to a hitbox there. Nice side air from Hysen.
Nice side air from Blaze. Will put Hysen down to final stocks here. Oh, follow-up! Was almost massive, but the scoop up from Acno gives them just the tiniest lead. What's the team combo?
Oh, this is bad. That's a lot of damage they just put out. Though Hysen and Simple did come in fresh on these stocks. Last time it happened, Acno and Blaze were in orange. Now they were in red. So this lead has shrunk just a little bit. But that big opening, all that damage they put out in that team combo was huge. Get the KO there. We're almost even.
Acno just trying to wait out the respawn of Blaze. No weapon spawn in favor of the blue team just yet. Blaze picks up the axe. And Acno just trying to survive here. Let Blaze put out some of this damage. This can go either direction. Final stocks here, game 5. Are Hysen and Simple gonna do it? Are they gonna get the upset? The side air puts Simple off stage. Acno not able to keep him off stage. Hysen with the follow-up gets disarmed by the side air.
Hysen and Simple can end this set right now. The desync gonna hit a member of the red team, a member of the blue team. I would hate to be Simple and Hysen losing this and having to look at 5 more games against Blaze and Acno.
I was so scared of the hammer on the right side. Acno holding on for dear life. Hysen doesn't hit the downlight. Blaze does, though, and a downlight side air gives the blue team the advantage. Another side air, and we might be seeing the reset. Simple gets the wall touch. Okay.
Stomp sidelight. He didn't feel like he could hit the dare there.
Yeah, he was too low.
Goofy downlight pickup.
Neutral light to knock out, and we've got the reset. Acno and Blaze taking it in game number 5. But man, these are close.
Yeah. That game really was so close. And you saw how it opened. Such a huge opening like that. That Simple and Hysen fought back tooth and nail, bringing it as close as it was towards the end. That's exactly what you want to see from these two teams.
These are some insane games. I mean, we said it, right? Like, these are the 2 biggest teams in Europe right now, the 2 big dogs. The only team that's been able to win a set over Blaze and Acno in the last year has been Simple and Hysen, and I guess technically Simple and another teammate, but Simple and teammate have been the ones to take out Blaze and Acno, and now we're here, grand finals, a position we've been in before. Hysen and Simple reset it, a position we've been in before, but I don't think we've been closer to seeing a Simple and Hysen victory than we have been today.
I think this year we're really going to see Hysen and Simple versus Blaze and Acno, and it's not going to be guaranteed at all at any point. But Blaze and Acno and Hysen and Simple, they're like they're the Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk level billionaires, and then the teams below them are more like just the normal I hate to say normal everyday billionaires.
Everyday billionaires.
They're the people who are worth like a lame 20 billion or a lame 30 billion, whereas Blaze and Acno are worth 120 billion. Hysen and Simple are worth 150 billion.
Is that their actual net worths?
No, I don't know.
Okay. I would have been a little bit impressed if you knew off the top of your head just the net worths of Andy Jassy, Jeff Bezos, and
who's Andy Jassy?
Isn't he the person who's now the head of Amazon after Jeff Bezos stepped down, CEO?
I'll look it up.
All right,
thanks. It matters. That's the most important thing that we should know right now.
Yeah, I mean, big facts. We got to show our big brains sometimes, all right? You showed off your big brain.
It is Andy Jassy.
See,
indeed.
I told you. I pay attention to things. I'm worldly. I got diamond hands.
Worth?
All right,
those two things are not connected. Andy Jassy's worth $440 million. Get out of here, broke.
All right, well, hey, he's the – okay, well, hold on. There's a lot to unpack there. But right now, game 1, reset, Acno Blaze, final set of the day. Who's going to be the European 2v2 world champion – or, sorry, the winter champion? Will it be Acno and Blaze, the world champion team, or will it be Simple and Hysen, the team that's been biting at their heels?
Watch out for that hammer side sig, man. I am so scared of that setting the pace for this game yet again. It hasn't happened so far. We have a more even spread early on.
Ooh,
oh,
nice.
Yo, the desync. Use that desync more. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That is going to be such an early KO. What a game-changing moment there.
What a great pickup. Acno was actually going for a gravity cancel downlight, trying to punish the dash in from Hysen, but Hysen had the read, had the down signature, and that led to the early knockout onto Acno. And Acno starting to swing for the fences already, throwing out some signatures on stage, wants a knockout, but Blaze is going to find the downlight side air.
Yeah, it's like Acno felt how good hitting those side sigs before help. Now he's just throwing more of them out, except this time it was a side sig on Axe. And was it a neutral signature or a D-signature?
He didn't Axe neutral sig, yeah. You're starting to see some more Axe neutral sigs come out from Acno. An interesting option there, especially because it's on stage. Big side sig from Simple. Red team looking pretty good here.
What is going on this game?
Oh, the weapon toss.
It's crazy because you outlined two independent outcomes. It was like, oh, it could either be every game to game 5 or it swings hard back and forth. We're getting the best of both worlds here. We're having those tooth and nail, scratch and claw, everybody last hit red games, but we're also having massive swings where one team dominates.
Yeah, it's pretty wild right now. Right now, Simple finally losing that first stock. Blaze hits the ground pound onto Hysen. Not enough. Weapon toss will deny the wall touch. You saw Simple make that rotate over, wanted to quickly be in position to maybe try to help Hysen, but now he's going to back off. 3 stocks to 3. This one's going to go down to the final stocks here, but the health advantage is in favor of the red team as the recoveries, double recovery from Hysen to take back the lead.
Hysen didn't try to press the 2v1 situation there because he was at a weapon disadvantage, so he just waited for the spawn to come into the right side so that he could grab that. 4 hammers on the board, but Simple is going to throw his away, not be able to pick it back up. Has a sword here, has Acno in the orange on last stock. Blaze a little bit more healthy than he is right now.
Ooh, nice scoop up. Final stocks here. Game 1 can be such a huge momentum swing in these best of 5s. It gives you the map advantage if it swings back and forth.
Acno's so close to getting knocked out, but you see Blaze in the front. He's going to take a hit. That's the thing. Each major hit is going to send either Blaze or Acno so far away from their teammate.
Blue team is split and unarmed. This is a really rough spot for the blue team. Downlight recovery. Hysen at the top of the map finds the neutral air, and it's all left to Acno in the 1v2. Hysen the more damaged, but he's so far back, and Acno barely gets the wall touch. Still no weapon in hands.
Now remember that weapon spawn where Simple ended up hitting the D-Light recovery on the team damage. We're going to come back to that later. Once we finish this game, Hysen and Simple take Game 1. Simple putting out 606 damage. Blaze getting close with him on the 504 on the other side. But that weapon spawn specifically, picking up your own teammate and an opponent was fantastic there. Because you have the chance to deny the weapon spawn. If your opponent spot dodges it and you only pick up your teammate, you can pull out of that only hitting the D-Light on your teammate. Not as big of a deal. But you saw how damaged the blue team member was. So that was such a good opportunity to then get the follow-up off of that to get the KO. So the team damage there, even though both members of the red team were on their final stock, was the absolute best choice. So many scenarios where they come out on top, very few where they don't.
I mean, that's such a smart game state recognition to just know your teammate's less damage than the opponent, and of course you have less force and less damage when you're hitting your teammate. And so it's worth it to get the double onto both the opponent and the teammate. We see the swap out come from Acno over to the Bryn, and it's working out well so far as the weapon tosses connect. Hysen on the left side, Acno throws on the ground pound. Hysen with the turnaround. Acno's in trouble, and Blaze going to give the reprieve to make sure Simple doesn't get the knockout onto his teammate.
What are these games? What are these openings to these games? Now this one is swinging completely the other direction. Acno and Blaze insanely healthy here, just off of the Bryn swap alone.
Yeah, it's such a crazy swap. I wouldn't have expected the Bryn swap to be the thing that shifts such a huge momentum swing, but really well done from Acno and Blaze. They now have that stage control. Blaze putting out the hammer damage, and Simple going to try to rotate over, help Hysen out as another ground pound puts Hysen down to his final stock. Acno is dominating on his first stock.
And this is Acno and Blaze's lead being larger than Hysen and Simple's lead from last game.
For sure. This is looking real nice for the blue team. But we've seen the red team swing things back. We've seen the blue team have these early bursts, and then the red team can bring this down to the final stocks. Trying to chase down Simple.
We haven't seen them fully overcome a lead like this, but we have seen them bring it back to where it's really close, to where the possibility is there. Ooh,
nice
Blaze is going to interrupt that one. Yeah, very, very good from him.
And he didn't even hit his teammate. That's an axe side air. That's not exactly the smallest, most tight hitbox, and he was able to make sure he didn't hit his teammate, hit the opponent, interrupted that hammer neutral eye. Really well done. Ooh, misses the GCN.
Yeah, almost placed that so well. His side airs on the edge have been so deadly on this Bryn swap, both on axe and on spear. He's going to throw that stock away. It doesn't matter. They're so far ahead, it literally doesn't matter. Blaze could just walk off the stage here, and they are 99% chance going to win the game.
Yeah, this is definitely a really strong position for the blue team. But you know, every game is throwable if you run off the map a little too much. Stomp, sidelight, weapon toss from Blaze. Very interesting options coming out. Another weapon toss, and that's going to be game 2, swinging in favor of the blue team. Now it's going to be on the red team to get the map pick. And this is what I was talking about at the very start of game number 1, is like having that momentum off game 1. It just lets you have the final map pick when we get to game number 5.
And even though we've had a couple character swaps coming out from Acno and Blaze today, we are not seeing character swap from Hysen and Simple. They just have to really worry about that early game. Really watch Acno in particular on that early game. He's the one who's been taking those massive early leads, those early 15, 20-minute stocks.
Yeah, he's been getting some fantastic, just like signatures really far off the stage too. But meanwhile, right side, Blaze getting the better of Simple, getting some really big axe hits, and Acno with the immediate rotate over. Both of them trying to read different options from Simple, but not able to find the one that he went for.
Man, Spear is a devilishly fast here, especially when you're playing up against a Taros or Bryn's axe. Those are a little bit slower coming out of the gate, but you have this quick spear, so that's going to mess up your timings. And the red team has nothing to answer all of this damage that blue team is putting out. It's not even based off of like a lucky side sig read or anything here. It's just better gameplay.
Yeah, they're just looking so incredibly strong. Now the red team kind of forced to the corner 300 style, like about to get shoved off of that ledge into the water, but they fight their way forward. Both blue team members in the red. This is a situation where it could get evened up if the red team gets this knockout onto Blaze. Ooh, side air is not going to be quite the option. Another side air, and it's looking doable for the red team. Ooh, that's an exhausted recovery. He doesn't have a lot of movement.
Ooh, Hysen putting out some damage here. Ended up eating a nair.
Uh-oh. Acno's in trouble.
Hysen? He still has
nice recovery. Yeah.
He still has recovery to get back to the stage. That 360-degree hitbox, and he has a teammate to cover him too.
Yes, Blaze really helping out Acno. Acno's going for such really wonky options with like a lot of GC down sigs on both weapons, and Blaze is there to really give him reprieve when the opponents want to punish him for it. Simple does get back up onto the stage, but again, this is looking a lot closer than the initial start would have led me to believe.
Got the KO there. It's 3 stocks to 3. But the way Blaze has been surviving, I started that sentence right before he just took a bunch of damage from both members of the red team. He's able to get back. He actually goes straight onto the platform, too. Dodges onto it rather than touching the wall first. Gets the KO Simple on his final stock. Hysen. Oh, in a bad
Blaze,
spot.
The
Not
weapon
good,
toss
not
the
good,
side
not
air.
good.
He still can get back, but Blaze is in position for the ground pound, and it's all left to Simple in the 1v2. Blaze still with 2 stocks to the name, and Acno gonna get the follow-ups while off stage. Goes for the GCN6. Simple fighting for his life here. He's gotten 1 of the 3 off the blue team.
He went for the D-Sig there, too. He was looking for the big play with the Bodvar Sword D-Sig. Man, that Hysen situation really just hit the fan so quickly. Everything started to fall apart.
Just really, I mean, that's a checkmate situation right there. Had the rook, had the bishop in position, and all he had to do was move it down the file. And that is game number 3 going in favor of Acno and Blaze. They're now 1 game away from getting the 3-1 victory in the reset and continuing on their win streak in the European 2v2s.
And we are seeing a Bryn swap from Hysen. He does have a level 71 Bryn, which I believe is higher than his Bodvar. I think his Bodvar's in like the 60s, maybe the 50s. Yeah. So seeing this Bryn pick from Hysen, something he's definitely played before, something he kind of dabbled in last year. I love a Bryn pick, especially now, man. You've seen people going crazy on Twitter for Bryn. I think all of them are exactly right. She is a very good character. You've seen what Acno can do with her. Let's see. Oh, what?
Forgot the weapon pickup button?
Did he just think he picked it up and not even like worry about it while he faded towards the enemy team.
Slight misstep, but it's okay. It's like the first 5 seconds, like we've seen teams not even get weapon spawns, they just clutch up and they're fine. Recovery does put Hysen in a precarious position, and it's interesting that you use the term dabbled for Hysen's Bryn, considering I would not consider a level 70 Bryn a dip of a toe in the water.
That's true, but a lot of what he was playing is he was like starting with a Petra or another character, and then he would swap onto the Bryn. At least that's what I'm remembering. I could be absolutely wrong, but I love a Bryn pick, man. Neutral signature hitting both members. Red team is ahead in terms of stocks, but Acno is so healthy right now. His Bryn is looking immaculate today.
Yeah, his Bryn's looking very, very good. Took him a little time to get settled onto it, but once he did, he was just running forward. Stock counts evened up. Simple deep red. Acno not able to find the sider, and Simple doing a really good job pushing Acno away.
Hysen looking for those axe hits. Picks up 2 onto Blaze. That's going to be Simple's first stock lost. Acno still looking pretty good here, and he's going to have the 2v1 situation along with Blaze onto Hysen. So don't think we're going to see that kill quite yet. A little bit of team damage going onto Blaze. Stomp side air picks up both members. Can they clean this up, get the double KO? And they do. Simple grabs it.
And now it's all on Blaze, coming in on his final stock here in game number 4. He's got to extend this stock for as long as possible. Just play that support role. Just be there in position for when Acno finds those hits. The GCN Sig going to, again, even up this stock count. It's going to go down to the wire here in game number 4.
Hysen trying to find where he kind of fits into what's going on here. He's found a few stray hits, not quite finding as many follow-ups off of Simple as he was previously.
Ooh, Acno with a nice ground pound. Yeah.
Very big. Acno not quite up. Never mind. That's an axe on the side that Hysen finds a side air with.
Great turnaround from Hysen. Acno was feeling really good after getting that knockout onto Simple. Maybe went a little over-aggressive on the side. And now we're down to final stocks here. This is basically even between the two teams.
Blaze just hurt a little bit more, but you know how quickly he can add up damage. Blue team has been so good at following up off of one another and even just putting out like solo raw damage. Oh, Hysen.
Nice. Decides to back up out of that one, and Blaze with the wake up gonna get a nice little nair. Oh, just a little late on the neutral signature, but able to rotate over. Red team fairly damaged. Hysen unable to pick up a weapon. He's so far on the left side, and Simple's now trying to decide if he wants to 1v2. Can't decide for long as the N-Sig takes him out. Blue team have one stock between them and a winner championship victory and a 10-game win streak.
It's winnable for Hysen, but oh man, is it scary! And the neutral light comes out. Acno and Blaze are your Winter EU 2v2 champions.
That's a 10 tournament win streak for Acno and Blaze. They are continuing their momentum, and they are looking so incredibly strong, showing why they are the European World Champions. But man, you said it earlier, you hinted at it, and I thought you were going this direction when you were saying it, is that I think there's a real possibility that somewhere in 2021, Hysen and Simple get that dub. They get that victory over Acno and Blaze.
If Simple has million fan, I am one of them. If he has 10 fan, I am one of them. If he have only 1 fan, and that is me. If he has no fan, that means I am no more on this earth. If World